All right. We have the Vland on the right side and the OEM on the left side. Then we're gonna go through and see how I got it all wired up. Just kind of run through it. Nice. Wow. That is, ooh, nice. Huge difference. It's so much brighter. Everything about it, just brighter. All right, let's get into the wiring on this. This was actually, I spent a little bit of time. I'm still not done, obviously. Still got that one to do. Little Y harness, T harness, whatever. I don't know exactly what to do with this. I don't like that this is flopping around, but just loosely zip tied. Zip tie, zip tie, zip tie. Didn't have any Tessa tape, but I mean, it blends in pretty well. I've noticed on the older harnesses, these are red wires, and they change it to a black one. Zip tied. I actually ran this guy inside of, I don't know if you can see in there, up in there. Ran it, popped it out. Haven't wired it up yet, but should be plenty long to reach. And over here, with the one that's already done, well, almost done, still gonna put it together. But the wire that the third brake light, or comes from the third brake light, that wire, peel this back and grab a light, maybe. If I can do this one hand. Let's see. That wire, you can't really see it. Everything's tucked in there, zip tied up nice. But I actually ran it through a little factory grommet, which is pretty cool. There it is. See if you can zoom in on that. Right there. I poked a hole in there and ran that wire through. That way everything's pretty watertight too. No idea. Obviously, I just got these. No idea how long this resistor is going to last. We'll see. So far, it seems pretty good. I'm going to do a little driving, see how it works with when you press the brakes and put the turn signal on, or if you got the turn signal on and press the brakes. I can't remember what people were complaining about in the reviews, but so far, pretty good, but only had them on the car for, or have one on the car. But we'll see. That's pretty cool. Do the other side and then wrap this up. Way better than the stock taillights. I probably wouldn't change them if I had 1LE taillights, but those are really hard to find and super expensive. These, at the time of recording this, are $270 on Amazon. I figure for that money, why not? Why not give it a shot? It's OEM Plus is what I like to call it. And gosh, they look good. That sequential's sick. Yeah, we'll see how it does with that. Because the factory taillight uses the brake light as the turn signal as well. So that's why you need that. Oh, that looks good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it looks when it's done. And hopefully I don't have any hyper flashing issues and no complaints. We'll see. I guess now that I still have this side to do, I can show you real quick. So this is that signal wire for the third brake light. So the sequentials don't do that. Like when you press the brakes, the sequentials go do their little dancey dance. So the brake lights turn on immediately. There's a grommet, this guy right here, and you just pop poke a hole in it. Get yourself one of these guys. A little pick. Poke a hole in it. Ream that thing through there. If you got like a little file, if it's got like a little file on there, it'd be even better. Clear out a little bit. But this is perfect. And then just take that pick and then take this thing off. This little green thing, take that off. And then shove that pick through this connector. If we can focus, geez. Anyway, shove it through that little connector. That, green on green, yeah. All right, let's lock in. All right, there we go. Shove that little pick through there, and then shove it through the grommet, and then just wiggle it out, and then pull your wire through. And now you've got a really clean wire ran right there. Make sure you hook this back up to the bottom of the taillight too. Just make your install clean, man. Take your time. I feel like, I don't know, I didn't watch many videos of people doing this because I can't. I'm too like obsessed with like making sure it's good, making sure the wires are ran good. This up here, that's probably the most ghetto wire I've ran in a long time. I've seen people run it in the weather strip. Don't do that. Don't do that. Gross. But also, like, in here, it's probably not safe either because technically it could chafe and then, you know, your wire sheathing, it could strip. Anyway, you know, I don't think your car's going to catch on fire, but don't take my advice in case it does. We're just going to get that grommet back in there, run the wire. Where's my wire? It's somewhere in here. I popped it out, ran it along the top and popped it out. So you can't even, I mean, whew. Yeah, I see a lot of people running it in this, like in the bottom of this. And it's like, that's just gonna fall eventually. It's gonna fall, or it's gonna get caught in between the trunk, smashing it. Just run it in there along this wire harness. That's why it's there. You know, the factory did it. This is good. Run it in there, make it pretty. I popped it up, popped it over, and then, you know, now that's covered, so. But it's clean. It's clean install. This I'm gonna reattach to the bottom where it was on the old taillight on the new one. Just clip that and shove it on there. Make sure your loops are nice and just goes in there nice. Don't fight it. And it'll, yeah. And the next clip I'll have it in. I'm not gonna film me putting it in because figure it out. There's tons of videos. It's really, really simple. This is probably the hardest part, honestly. Just running that grommet through there, or the wire through the grommet. Mine's really old, 7-year-old car, or 8-year-old car, wow. Anyway, back to it. Get this thing locked in, test it out, make sure both of them work, and go from there. All right, I've got this just sitting in there, but we're gonna test it real quick. Well, no, we're not, because I didn't hook that up. Anyway, this is just sitting in here, but what I was saying about tucking that wire harness in there, just pull this out a little bit. There's a clip where you can put this harness off of the taillight, and it clips in just like the OEM one. And then the vehicle's harness has a spot to clip in on the bottom here too, so everything's out of the way. And then you can just slide that puppy in there. Now I'm gonna pull this from the other side so that's not all loose back here, but that's that factory grommet that I'm talking about too. You can't use that hole because that's where your taillight goes, or the little thread. But I'll get this all buttoned up, test it, and then we'll be done. Or I'll get that secured and then buttoned up, I guess. And then we'll test it and it'll be done. All right, everything's wired, everything's plugged in. It's not completely buttoned up yet. We'll get to that in a second. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so far, 10 out of 10. Really simple install. OEM Plus. Clean. Oh, yep. 10 out of 10. so far. I mean, they look good off, man. That's good. I like it. We'll see. I'll maybe make a review on these in a couple months. See how they're holding up. Can't imagine I'll have any problems with them. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But yeah, that's it. 10 out of 10.